Good morning or afternoon, eighth graders. Today we are learning to represent relationships. We're going to look at tables. I'm going to do screen recording, and I'm trying to get my camera closer to the board so you can see it, because a lot of you have said you didn't feel like the screen was big enough on the part where I'm writing on the board. So we're going to use tables and then find relationships, aka equations, and then predict future whatever it is, future relationships. So today's super easy. You guys are going to have zero problems. All right, guys. So this first one we're going to look at, let me get it bigger. Oh, here we go. All right. This is in your textbook. So if you feel like you want to look along, you can get in your textbook, chapter 4, lesson 1. Represent relationships, and this is extra practice. So you'd find it in worksheets under extra practice. Okay, so this first one says a fitness instructor exercises about 15 hours per week. Okay, they want us to write an equation to find the total number of hours H the instructor exercises in any number of weeks W. So we're wanting to fill H. It literally tells us right here, and I'm going to highlight it, 15 hours per week. Here's our hours, and you can clearly see it is 15 hours because 1 times 15 is 15, 2 times 15 is 30, 3 times 15 is 45, and 4 times 15 is 60. So they want us to, or you can see right here, they want us for to write an equation to find the total number of hours H the instructor exercises in any given number of weeks. Okay, so equation means it has to have an equal sign because it has equal in it. Okay, equal is equal sign. All right, so that's easy. So we know that whatever weeks a given number. Okay, so write an equation to find the total number of hours the instructor exercises in any number of weeks. So if they give us a W, they want us to figure out how many hours that is. So we would have to say H. My marker's not working. H equals 15 times W, or you could say H equals 15W. Okay, so 15 times the number of weeks is going to give you how many hours she works. Okay, now B says down here they want us to use the equation to determine the total number of hours the instructor will exercise in 9 weeks. Okay, so we're going to use this equation. H equals 15 times 9. I'm plugging in 9 for 15. Y'all have a calculator, so plug it in. 15 times 9. 135 hours. H equals 135 hours. Okay? That was simple enough. That's example 1. The next example we're going to do is right here. So I'm going to pause this and I'll come right back. All right, so and I forgot to change this. This should be months and houses. So I'll change that really quickly. Sorry. Months, houses. Okay. So number 2 says up here, a real estate company sells 8 houses a month. They're already telling me how I'm going. I'm going 1 times 8, 2 times 8, 3 times 8, 4 times 8. I already know. It literally tells me, right? So a real estate company sells 8 houses a month. They want us to write an equation to find the total number of houses H sold in any given number of months. So that's easy again. We know the H. We want to know how many houses are sold in any given number of months. We know the houses equals 8 houses a month times whatever it is, right? Or you could do H equals 8. Okay? Now, that part's easy. It won't even be it. You just got to find how to figure that out. All right, so and then a lot of it takes common sense. All right, so it wants us to use the equation to determine how many houses are sold in 15 months. So we're looking for houses, and we know it is 8 times 15 You guys can use your calculator, and I could too, but I'm not on my Chromebook. 120 houses in 15 months. Okay, 120 houses in 15 months. Okay, that's probably some good money that real estate company's making. Okay, next we're going to have these types of examples right here using a graph. Okay, so buckle up and get ready. All right, guys, I really need you guys at this point to get a piece of scratch paper. I definitely want y'all practicing this. So I want to see if you guys can get this on your own. That's the only way to see if you truly understand it. If you're not getting the answers on your own, then we need to be having a little mini lesson at your desk, okay? And that's probably not just you, it's probably others. All right, so look at number 3. It says the graph shows the amount of money the Zimmerman family spends on movies each month. A, they want us to write an equation to find the total amount of money spent, C, cost, I guess, spent on movies in any number of months. Okay, so the only difference in what we just did and what we're doing now is we don't have a table already made. We have these points on our line, and we have to make a table, and we have to figure out what's the relationship, okay? So we're going to have a number of months and money spent. So I'm going to put months, and they said cost, C, money spent, and they're wanting us to use C. So whatever. If they want us to use C, we'll use C, no big deal. So I'm going to look over here, and I can see 1 month, they spend $35. Okay, so 1 month is $35, right? In 2 months, they're spending $70. 2 months, $70. Okay, in 3 months, they're spending $105. 3 months, $105. And then in 4 months, they're spending $140. Okay, so I can kind of see that the relationship is $35 a month because 35 plus 35 is 70. 70 plus 35 is 105, and 105 plus 35 is 140. So $35 a month is what they're spending on movies. So for A, we would say they want to see write an equation to find the total amount of money C spent on movies in any given number of months. So C equals 35 if, or you could say C equals 35 times something, whatever you feel comfortable, however you feel comfortable writing it. Okay, now B. Use the equation to determine how much money they will spend on movies in 1 year. Okay, now this is where you have to be careful because our table is done in months, not years. So how many months are in 1 year? 12. So we're going to do 35 times 12. I don't have a calculator here. I'm not fixing to do that. So I'm going to use my calculator on my phone. So type in 35 times 12. Hopefully you're doing this on your own. I got $420. Okay? They're spending $425. Sorry, not 25. $420 in 1 year on the movies. Okay? All right, we're going to do one more example, and then you're on your own. So make sure that on this next one that you're drawing the table, and I'll draw the table a different way so you can see it done in a different way. Easier. So you don't have to be all fancy. All right. Good luck, guys. Guys, so I'm back. I'm just going to do a T-chart. Of course, you can also go horizontally like this. You could do a chart like this. It doesn't matter. These are my X's. These are my Y's. I forgot to mention that last example, so hopefully you understood that. Okay, so it says the graph shows the total cost of hats that are on sale at Hats Bonanza. And I can see right here my X's are number of hats. It's down here, and I apologize I didn't bring that up last example. So hats, that's my X's. And then on my Y-axis, it says total cost. So I'm going to do cost. All right, so total cost. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and fill this in because I know I have to use it. So 1 hat costs about $8. Well, I know my husband will want to go there. 1 hat is $8. Okay. 2 hats is 16. 3 hats is $24. And 4 hats is 32. All right. Right. All right. So we can see that these hats are $8 a piece, right? We clearly can see that. That's not the hard part. And actually, I don't think any of this has been hard today. So it says the graph shows the total cost hats on sale at Hats Bonanza. So these are hats on sale. Okay, so I apologize. Probably clearance. All right, so they want us to A, write an equation to find the total cost C of any number of hats H. Okay, so A, we're going to write it to find the C. So we know that cost is equal to however many hats you buy times A. And I like to do my number first, and then my variable. So it just makes me feel better. You can do it really however you want. You can do A times H. Okay. Now it says B. Use that equation to find the total cost of 30 hats. Okay, so I'm going to use C equals 8H, and we want to know how much would it cost if you were buying 30 hats on sale at $8. So C is equal to 240. If you put it in your calculator, you will see that. Or you can mentally do that and see that 8 times 4 is 24 and add a 0. All right. So I hope that you guys have thought that today is fairly easy. Relationships are easy. Okay, guys, except for when you're having people relationships. Sometimes those are not so easy. But graph relationships, those are easy.